Hey everybody, today we're going to be reading Kissing Coyotes by Marcia Vaughn and illustrated by Kenneth Spencer. Listen up now. It all started down yonder at the watering hole when Jack Rabbit started doing what he did best, shooting off his big mouth. "Roadrunner," said Jack Rabbit, sitting back on his hairy heels, "you may think you're graceful, but I'm so gosh darn graceful I can dance the do-si-do with a rattlesnake without getting bit." "Is that so?" replied Roadrunner. "That's so." "Gila Monster," Jack Rabbit went on, "you may think you're frightening as lightning, but I'm so all-fired fearsome I can scare off a whole herd of longhorn cattle easy as saying 1, 2, 3, tee-yee-yee-bee." "That's might hard to believe," Gila Monster replied. "Believe it." "And Fox," Jack Rabbit said, "you may think you're fast, but I'm so fleet on my feet I can run right into a skunk's burrow yelling woo-woo stinky poo and get away without getting all stunk up." Fox busted out laughing. "Jack Rabbit, you could talk the tail off a turkey vulture and never tell a lick of truth." "You're all gurgle and no guts," Gila Monster agreed. "You've never done one brave deed in your life," Roadrunner nodded. Oh, that got Jack Rabbit so mad he thumped his feet in the dust. "Why, I'm so rootin' tootin' brave I can kiss all the coyotes up on Tabletop Rock." "Nobody can kiss the coyotes and live to tell the tale." "I can," declared Jack Rabbit. "Prove it," all the animals said. "I will," said Jack Rabbit. "I'll go kiss those coyotes right now." It didn't take Jack Rabbit more than 10 hops to realize what a plumb dumb thing he'd done. He loped toward Tabletop Rock, hoping there wouldn't be a coyote in sight. Well, shucks. Jack Rabbit couldn't believe his bad luck. Yonder, dozing in the dust, lay a he-coyote, a she-coyote, and a wee coyote. Before he could change his mind, Jack Rabbit called up his courage. On quick, quiet feet, he tiptoed timidly up and put a teeny tiny kiss on the tip of Wee Coyote's paw. Kiss. And guess what? Wee Coyote didn't budge a bit. Feeling a mite braver, Jack Rabbit snuck up to She Coyote and lay a kiss as light as a feather on the tip of her ear. Kiss. And guess what? She Coyote didn't notice at all. Now Jack Rabbit was bursting with boldness. He strode over, puckered up, and planted a big, juicy smuckaroo smack dab on the end of He Coyote's nose. Smooch! And guess what? He Coyote didn't twitch a whisker. "Yee-haw!" Jack Rabbit hollered. "I kissed all the coyotes." And guess what? Whomp! Jack Rabbit found himself squeezed tight as bark to a tree between two dusty paws. "Ho, ho, oh!" howled He Coyote. "I caught a juicy Jack Rabbit." "He looks plumb yummy," said She Coyote. "Can I have the first bite?" drooled Wee Coyote. For the first time in his blabbermouth life, Jack Rabbit couldn't think of a thing to say. He started quivering and shivering and shaking and quaking. His ears started flip-flapping like branches in the breeze. In no time, they were tickling the tip of He Coyote's nose. "Ha-choo!" He Coyote sneezed, letting his grip slip. Without so much as a beg your pardon, Jack Rabbit lit out like lightning. He hightailed it down the trail with the pack of coyotes hot on his hairy heels. Dust swirled in the air as they chased Jack Rabbit up the ridge and down the ravine and straight over Rattlesnake's rock. Hiss! Spit! Rattlesnake didn't like getting stomped on by Jack Rabbit's big kickers. "Oh no, do-si-do!" yelped Jack Rabbit, dancing this way and that way as he dodged Rattlesnake's bites. That pack of coyotes didn't give up. They chased Jack Rabbit up the gulch and down the gully and into the middle of a herd of longhorn cattle. All Jack Rabbit could think to say was 1, 2, 3, yippee! And drove the longhorns loco. They stampeded right around Jack Rabbit and took off. Now those coyotes were howling mad. They chased Jack Rabbit through the prickly pear patch, around the arroyo, and right down into the burrow of a spotted skunk. "Woo, woo, stinky poo!" cried Jack Rabbit, holding his nose in disgust. Skunk didn't take kindly to name-calling. Flicking her tail high, she took aim and but Jack Rabbit was so scared and he was running so fast, he simply skedaddled past that stink-awful smell. The pack of coyotes didn't fare quite so well. "Ew, ew, 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 pew!" they howled in horror. He coyote, she coyote, and we coyote ran lickety-splickety towards home as if a Texas tornado was on their tail. Now that big-mouthed Jack Rabbit was all tuckered out, he shuffled back to the watering hole, his tongue hanging out like a rubber rope. "Well," asked Roadrunner. "What happened?" wondered Gillimonster. "Don't suppose you kissed any coyotes, did you?" snickered Fox. Jack Rabbit sat up and grinned. "Not only did I kiss those coyotes, I do-si-doed with a rattlesnake, I scared off a herd of longhorns shouting, 1, 2, 3, tee-yippee! And I skedaddled past the skunk, yelling, 'Woo, woo, stinky poo!' without getting all stunk up. Now what do you think of that?" Before Roadrunner, Gillimonster, and Fox could answer, Hawk came circling down from the sky. "Howdy do, Hawk!" cried Jack Rabbit, sitting back on his hairy heels. "You may think you're a fine flyer, but I'm a far finer flyer than you. I reckon I could leap off a ledge and glide above the desert without touching ground all night long." Hawk ruffled his feathers, stuck his beak in Jack Rabbit's face, and said, "Prove it." The end. I hope you guys enjoyed kissing coyotes.